Good morning and welcome to MBA batch of Luth Mata Institute of Management Studies, LIMS Business News. Let's get the news rolling with the top 6 business news.
In today's headlines, Tata eyes majority stake in Big Basket. The Tata Group is in active discussions to take a controlling stake in Big Basket by buying out several existing investors of the online grocer. 3 people directly aware if the talks say. If the talks are successful, Tata Group could pay around $500 to $700 million in cash to a clutch of financial investors, mainly private equity funds and China's Alibaba Group, Big Basket's largest investor, the people say, requesting anonymity. The talks are currently hints on the extent of say Tata Group will have in the company post the deal, said one of the 3 people. While Big Basket's existing investors are not averse to the idea of selling a controlling stake to Tata Group, they also want the current management, led by the founders, to remain at the helm, this person said. Investors also want Big Basket to hit the initial public offering market by the next calendar year, irrespective of Tata's coming on board. The deal, if struck, will give Tata Group an immediate head start to take on the 3 big players in India's thriving online grocery marketplace, Reliance Industries Limited, Walmart-owned Flipkart, and Amazon. For the Tata Group, the deal is aimed at securing as much control as possible in India's fast-growing e-commerce market before Reliance Industries Limited and Flipkart become too big, said the second person.
This is Ponu Shaji. Today's headline: Tata Motors loss doubles to 300 crore. Tata Motors' consolidated loss for the quarter ended September more than doubled over the year-ago period. But a better geographic mix and a higher contribution by the expensive models to the overall sales helped the owner of Jaguar Land Rover beat Street's estimates. The Tata Group flagship reported a consolidated net loss of 307.3 crore in the quarter ended September, compared with a net loss of 187.70 crore a year ago. This was much lower than the loss of 1970.3 crore forecasted by a Bloomberg poll of 5 brokers.
I am Nandini here. Today's news. Airbed and Breakfast set stage for blockbuster market depth looks at Nasdaq listing. Home rental startup Airbed and Breakfast Inc. plan to list its shares on the Nasdaq, setting the stage for one of 2020's most high-profile stock market depths. Earlier this month, Reuters reported the company was aiming to raise $3 billion in its IPO, which could give it a valuation of more than $30 billion, and that it was targeting a listing before the end of the year. The push to go public and the growth in its potential valuation underscores Airbed and Breakfast's dramatic recovery from earlier this year, when it secured emergency funding from investors and the outlook for the travel industry was uncertain. San Francisco-based Airbed and Breakfast, which has benefited as travelers shy away from larger hotels and instead prefer to drive to local vacation rentals, said in July that customers had booked more than 1 million nights in a single day for the first time since March 3. Reuters reported earlier this year that billionaire investor William Ackman had approached Airbed and Breakfast about going public through a reverse merger with his blank check company, but that Airbed and Breakfast were prioritizing going public through a traditional IPO.
Hey, it's Anandu from Group 3. As professional in Bangalore, was an early crypto evangelist in 2017. He had entered the space in the beginning of that year and witnessed an almost 24th growth in his investment. Throughout the year, he introduced cryptocurrencies to friends and the acquaintances he cultivated online. Even as a growing tribe of young tech-savvy Indians joined the crypto bandwagon. However, KS lost interest in cryptocurrency after a steep crash in early 2018. Then a Reserve Bank of India ban followed in April 2018. The industry promptly went into a deep freeze. Crypto exchanges either shut shop or started looking outside India for opportunities. That era of tumult and waning interest may have finally ended. Amid the pandemic, crypto markets are rallying once again, but more importantly, companies and businesses are now beginning to view cryptocurrencies more favorably as an attractive alternative store of value instead of just as an asset that is prone to bubbles, a long-time hope of provenance. Last week, PayPal announced that it would allow cryptocurrency in its wallets. The announcement followed a decision by several companies to hold crypto in their treasuries. A global thaw is likely to provide important directions for India too. Ultimately, the key, perhaps radical, shift is not the ability to hold crypto assets per se, but when businesses accept it as a form of payment for, say, groceries or movie tickets, suddenly that day seems much more of a possibility now than it did in 2017.
Hi, I am Anjuraj from Group 2. Amazon to hire 1 lakh seasonal employees. E-commerce firm Amazon says it will hire 1 lakh people to help meet holidays shopping season demand. The company in a blog post has said that Amazon it is going to hire more than 1 lakh additional seasonal jobs as these new seasonal employees will help pick, pack and ship customer orders during the holiday season. Amazon offers jobs for people of all backgrounds and skill levels. These new seasonal jobs offer opportunities for pay, incentives, benefits, and a path to a longer term career or can simply provide extra income and flexibility during the holiday season. Positions include managing employees, operating robots, and monitoring safety at facilities, the company say. The company also said that 35,000 employees will also get promotions. Last year, Amazon hired 2 lakh seasonal employees to handle the rush of orders during the fourth quarter. But this year, Amazon has already experienced holiday like demand, reaping record sales from shoppers turning to online ordering during the coronavirus pandemic. Thank you.
Good morning all. Today's news is presented by Hridya. News headlines. Vedanta Resources may struggle to meet cash needs. News in details. Billionaire Anil Agarwal Singapore listing holding company Vedanta Resources Limited, which controls the domestic metal and mining conglomerate Vedanta Limited, will struggle to cover its cash requirements in January to March quarters, said in report of global credit rating agency Modi. The cash shortfalls will decrease further through September 2022, it said. Early this month, Vedanta voluntarily delayed bids failed as it could not get any minimum number of bids required for its minority shareholders to take it private. If Vedanta could have completed the delisting process, it would have given the company complete control of its cash-rich subsidiaries, Hindustan Zinc Limited and Cranes Indian Holding Limited, to send funds upstreaming through dividend payment and corporate loans. The government's risk also remains highly, with share pledge, weekly liquidity, and a large imminent refinancing needs reflecting an aggressive financial strategy and a high-risk appropriate. Kaustubh Shaubal, Modi Vice President and Senior Credit Officer, said in the report. Modi said, Vedanta Resources Limited remains weakly capitalized within equity and Vulcan has not influenced any fresh equity into Vedanta Resources Limited. Since its 2003 initial public offering, even during the period of acute stress and holding company Vedanta Resources Limited, we do not expect any equity influence in the future. That's all today's news. Thank you.